In top-down analysis and design, each succeeding phase is more detailed than the phase before it. B. Each succeeding phase is as detailed as the phase before it. C. Each succeeding phase is less detailed than the phase before it. D. All of the above. The correct answer is each succeeding phase is more detailed than the phase before it. The symbol is used in a flowchart to represent a calculation task. A. Input. B. Output. C. Process. D. Start. The correct answer is process. System prototyping helps the designer in A. Making the programmers understand how the system will function. B. Communicating to the user quickly how the system when developed will look like and get a feedback. C. Giving a demo of the software to the system manager to whom he reports. D. Both A and B. The correct answer is communicating to the user quickly how the system when developed will look like and get a feedback. Which of the following systems implementation approaches should be used if you want to run the old system and the new system at the same time for a specified period? A. Direct. B. Pilot. C. Parallel. D. Phased. The correct answer is parallel. Main characteristic of ring in data structure is A. First record points only to the last record. B. Last record points to the first record. C. Many records point to one record. D. Each record points to all other records. The correct answer is last record points to the first record. Which of the following is not considered as a tool at the system design phase? A. Pie chart. B. Data flow diagram. C. Decision table. D. Systems flow chart. The correct answer is pie chart. To avoid errors in transcription and transposition during data entry, the system analyst should A. Provide for a check digit. B. Provide for a hash totals. C. Provide batch totals. D. All of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. Sequential or series testing is A. Running the system with line data by the actual user. B. Making sure that the new programs do in fact process certain transactions according to specifications. C. Is checking the logic of one or more programs in the candidate system. D. Testing changes made in an existing or a new program. The correct answer is checking the logic of one or more programs in the candidate system. A consideration evaluated by management when planning to convert to a computer system is A. Maintenance. B. Available software. C. CPU-sized speed. D. All of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. Direct access organization. A. Means storing records in contiguous blocks according to a key. B. Stores records sequentially but uses an index to locate records. C. Uses an index for each key type. D. Has records placed randomly throughout the file. The correct answer is has records placed randomly throughout the file. A system design aid should primarily A. Help analyze both data and activities. B. Help in documentation. C. Generate code. D. Using a graphical user interface. The correct answer is help analyze both data and activities. Structured programming involves A. Decentralization of program activity. B. Functional modularization. C. Localization of errors. D. All of the above. The correct answer is functional modularization. To reconstruct a system, which of the following key elements must be considered? A. Feedback and environment. B. Control and processors. C. Outputs and inputs. D. All of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. The conditions immediately outside a system is called A. The boundary. B. The interface. C. The environment. D. The protocols. The correct answer is the environment. A feasibility document should contain all of the following except A. Project name. B. Problem descriptions. C. Feasible alternative. D. Data flow diagrams. The correct answer is problem descriptions. Which of the following is used when a company goes outside its organization to develop a new system? A. Data flow diagram. B. Systems flowchart. C. Project dictionary. D. Request for proposal. The correct answer is request for proposal. Which of the following is not a characteristic of a system? A. Operates for some purpose. B. Has homogeneous components. C. Has interacting components. D. Operates within a boundary. The correct answer is has homogeneous components. Which of the following is not considered a tool at the system design phase? A. Data flow diagram. B. Decision table. C. Pie chart. D. System flow chart. The correct answer is pie chart. Which of the following is a graphic representation of the modules in the system and the interconnection between them? A. Pie chart. B. Flow chart. C. Structural chart. D. System chart. The correct answer is structural chart. A group of related fields is known as A. Tuple. B. Schema. C. Records. D. File. The correct answer is tuple. Advantages of database system is R. A. Storage space duplication is eliminated. B. All applications share centralized files. C. Data are stored once in the database and are easily accessible when needed. D. All of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. A decision table. A. Represents the information flow. B. Documents rules that select one or more actions based on one or more conditions from a set of possible conditions. C. Gets an accurate picture of the system. D. Shows the decision paths. The correct answer is documents rules that select one or more actions based on one or more conditions from a set of possible conditions. The structure chart is A document of what has to be accomplished. B. A hierarchical partitioning of the program. C. A statement of information processing requirements. D. All of the above. The correct answer is a hierarchical partitioning of the program. Top management is more interested in A. Day-to-day operations. B. Strategic decisions. C. Tactical decision. D. Both B and C. The correct answer is both B and C. Which of the following is a function of the process step of data processing? A. Protect. B. Index. C. Retrieval. D. Update. The correct answer is retrieval. In a decision tree, the root is drawn on the left and is the starting point on the decision sequence. B. The branch to be followed depends on the conditions and decisions to be made. C. The nodes represent the conditions with the right wise of tree listing the actions to be taken. D. All of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. A file containing multiple indices to the data is called an A. Indexed file. B. Sequential file. C. Indexed sequential file. D. Inverted file. The correct answer is inverted file. Which of the following is not a factor in the failure of a systems development project? A. Inadequate user involvement. B. Failure of systems integration. C. Size of company. D. Continuation of a project that should have been cancelled. The correct answer is size of company. Most algorithms follow the format of A. Entering the input items, then displaying the input items, and then processing the output items. B. Entering the input items, then processing the output items, and then displaying the output items. C. Entering the input items, then processing the input items, and then displaying the output items. D. Entering the output items, then displaying the output items, and then processing the output items. The correct answer is entering the input items, then processing the input items, and then displaying the output items. Tracing of any input record or process performed on a system back to its original source is an A. Audit trial, B. Report generation, C. Batch processing, D. Conversion. The correct answer is audit trial. Which of the following is used when a company goes outside its organization to develop a new system? A. Request for proposal, B. Data flow diagram, C. Systems flowchart, D. Project directory. The correct answer is request for proposal. In functional decomposition, the data flow diagram A is ignored, B is partitioned according to the closeness of the datagrams and data storage items, C is partitioned according to the logical closeness of the actigrams, D both A and C. The correct answer is partitioned according to the logical closeness of the actigrams. The approach used in top-down analysis and design is A. To prepare flowcharts after programming has been completed, B. To identify a top-level function and then create a hierarchy of lower-level modules and components, C. To identify the top-level functions by combining many smaller components into a single entity, D. All of the above. The correct answer is to identify a top-level function and then create a hierarchy of lower-level modules and components. In the system concepts term organization, A implies structure and order, B refers to the manner in which each component functions with other components of the system, C means that parts of the computer system depend on one the another, D refers to the holism of systems. The correct answer is implies structure and order. The two classification of inputs are A. Energies and maintenance, B. Products and waste, C. Maintenance and waste, D. Maintenance and signal. The correct answer is maintenance and signal. Use standardized symbols to represent an algorithm. A. Flowcharts, B. Flow diagrams, C. IPO charts, D. Pseudo charts. The correct answer is flowcharts. The background and experience of analyst include A background in systems theory and organization behavior, B. Familiarity with the makeup and inner workings of major application areas such as financial accounting, personnel administration, marketing and sales operations management, model building and production control, C. Competence in system tools and methodologies and a practical knowledge of one or more programming and database languages, D. All of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. Structured design methodology is an approach to design that adheres to rules based on principles such as A. Top-down refinement, B. Bottom-up design, C. Data flow analysis, D. All of the above. The correct answer is data flow analysis. Reverse video is a technique of A. Showing data with half brightness, B. Showing data upside down on the screen, C. Hiding confidential data on the screen, D. Emphasizing data by reversing the foreground and background. The correct answer is emphasizing data by reversing the foreground and background. Unit testing is A. Running the system with line data by the actual user. B. Making sure that the new programs do in fact process certain transactions according to specifications. C. Is checking the logic of one or more programs in the candidate system. D. Testing changes made in an existing or a new program. The correct answer is testing changes made in an existing or a new program. A checksum digit is used for detecting errors in A. Data transmission. B. Arithmetic operations. C. Logical operations. D. All of the above. The correct answer is data transmission. Which of the following is used to derive the address of a record from the record key? A. Comma. B. Hashing. C. Variable. D. Field. The correct answer is hashing. The records in a file on magnetic tape A. Can only be accessed serially. B. Are meant for backup. C. Cannot be transformed to a disk file. D. Have to be arranged in a key sequence. The correct answer is can only be accessed serially. Data structuring is refined through a process called A. Structuring process. B. Hierarchical structure. C. Normalization. D. Relation structure. The correct answer is normalization. Backup and recovery procedures are primarily implemented to A. Handle the contingency when a file gets corrupted. B. To provide data redundancy. C. To show different versions of data and programs. D. All of the above. The correct answer is handle the contingency when a file gets corrupted. A decision table is A. way of representing the information flow. B. A way of representing multiple conditions. C. A ways to get an accurate picture of the system. D. All of the above. The correct answer is a way of representing multiple conditions. A system analyst designs a new system by A. Identifying subsystems and the interfaces between subsystems. B. Adopting a developed system to the present environment. C. Developing the system as a large single unit. D. Propose alternatives to the current system. The correct answer is identifying subsystems and the interfaces between subsystems. Mistakes made in the requirements analysis stage show up in A. System design. B. System development. C. System testing. D. System implementation. The correct answer is system implementation.